abends. Siehst du mal, ich streame nur abends. Ich sag aber automatisch guten Abend. Schönen guten Nachmittag. Jerry, aus gegebenem Anlass schalten wir sofort rüber auf den Realm Channel, wo es auch schon eigentlich losgegangen ist. Schöner Remix, dankeschön, ja. Ich dachte, das passt gut. Rein da, genau. Let's go. Wir haben auch schon einen Countdown drin. 2 Minuten. Mal gucken, was die für Musik haben. Keine. Warte mal. Doch, die haben mega leise wieder. Nö. Normale Wahrscheinlichkeit, die haben keinen Geschmack. Das auch. Das stimmt. Was so hell hier für mich? Oh, Hilfe, so hell. Ja, genau, das ist geschrieben. Voll gehypt jetzt. 1 Minute noch. Boah, ich bin so gespannt. Genau, das ist ein bisschen... Letzte Minute hören wir uns noch ein bisschen was Witziges an. Ein bisschen einstimmen. Meinst du, die machen pünktlich? Oder sind sie so wie ich? Countdown und dann einfach laufen lassen? Ja, ich bin auf die Waffe gespannt vom Krieger. So, 20 Sekunden, 15. Okay, jetzt 15. Ich denke, das sollten die ja noch hinbekommen. Sollte man meinen, aber die sollten noch manches hinbekommen und schaffen es nicht. Ja? Ist doch so. Okay.
Ooh. Hopefully, like sound check. Can we get a sound check, baby? Are we live? I think we're doing this live. This is weird.
Let's go.
This is this time of the year where Hi-Res lets me out of the basement. It says, "Hey, go do a broadcast." First of all, just to prove that we're live, we're in the moment here. We're live. This is going to be a nice casual sit down, little fireside chat with the best dang community that I know. Okay. It's the realmroyale, baby. We've got some Army Tank. We've got some freakers in here. We've got some good people, and of course, we're joined by the one, the only. Hi-Res Adam, but you know what?
Oh boy!
Drop the pretenses here, Matt. And let's just say it how it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined by Hi-Res Matt. Matt, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you here, my friend.
I'm great. Good to see you too. My gosh, this is fantastic. These things are
going.
My favorite part of Realm Royale. So it's a good time.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, they finally let us out of our cage, right? Yeah, it's Halloween time. It's October. I'm stuck on my mountain. I was like, Hi-Res, can I come back to the office? And they're like, no, Thor, we actually had enough of you for about 6 months, so maybe you can come back in patch 3. For now, though, sit at your desk and do an update show. So this one's going to be very calm, very cool, very collected. We're going to talk a little bit about what's coming in patch 2, then look to the future of Realm Royale. Talk about, hey, what's in the
Studio,
very long mirror, and hang out with you guys. Just talk. We're going to do some Q&A. We're going to show off some skins, some little skins here. We're gonna show off a new warrior weapon. That is French for weapon. Javelin. It's gonna be a good time. And so without further ado, let's get into it. Before we get into it though, however, how are you doing, Realm Royale community? We're back. It's Realm Royale Reforged. It's good to be here. It's good to be here among friends. And while we haven't hit every single note successfully, right, I feel like we've definitely taken a good step forward. And you know, a small team like ours, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna.
Ich habe gerade noch die ganzen Alerts hier in der Browser-Szene aktualisiert.
Meanwhile, we're just like in the Forge pounding it out. So we are looking to patch 3. Patch 2 is definitely going to be we're in a TikTok kind of cycle right now where it's like tick, you know, patch 1 we came out with a lot of content. Talk is more of a refinement with some cosmetics. graphics and a new weapon and some balance and some quality of life improvements. But again, we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
And of course, we're looking to patch through as well. The spiciness. I gotta be careful, by the way, Matt, because like we're in the dev build, and there's a lot of things on that dev build that we cannot show off right now. I'm kind of going through that, but yeah, let's get into it. How are you doing though, Matt? Let's talk.
I mean, I'm doing great. This is fantastic. It's good to see you. I wish it was face to face, but we're doing this, and it's a good time. I think that there are a lot of fantastic things going to be coming up very soon for you guys to enjoy. So I'm very excited to talk about it.
Oh, first of all, let's look at this chat here. We got Total Pro. We got Dreaded out here, Smarmy. We've got some Neratu. We got some Habla Espanol. I don't speak a little así mucho bueno, por favor. We got some Viper. We got people getting out there saying they're getting married. I haven't been live on a broadcast in like 6 months, 7 months, 9 months. I could have had a kid by now. Good news is no kid on my side, but it's great to see some great old Twitch chat. Hit me with some campers out there, baby. Some campers. We got some good people out. Get the faces. I love it. Anyways, let's get into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about.
I can't tell you didn't miss it at all, did you? You feel like you're not really that excited to do these sorts of things.
I know. All these kids are going to TwitchCon. I'm sitting here, hanging out with Realm Royale. Let's get into it. Honestly, we have a producer, by the way. His name is Billy. Absolute Fire. Billy Fire. And Billy's his first name. Fire is his last name, everybody. Billy, can we get a sound check and a hello? How are you doing? Billy,
live show. Live show. No, we got this.
Sound check. Hello,
Billy, you're out there, Billy. I can't. Everybody say hi to Billy. He's on the sticks. He's going to be helping us out, dropping some hot beats, helping us out in game. Everybody say hi to Billy. All right, let's get into game. Let's talk a little bit about, we've got Baggins in here as well. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, we got Baggins here. You hate Baggins. I remember when Baggins used to play a Realm Royale. Can we get some disgust and some Kappas in chat? But Baggins TV coming in here like, I've been here the whole entire time. Everybody shamed that man. All right. Let's get into the update, right? I can't be out here roasting Twitch chat all day. All right. Quality of life changes. Are we in game? Are we rocking it? Billy Fire? Are we switching to camera in game?
Dude, camera in game. Yeah,
let's make it happen.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
We're in game. By the way,
Legendary
everyone, fun fact, we've done a couple different things to make the gaming experience a little bit better, a little bit smoother. It's no surprise that, Realm Royale is a little bit long in the tooth, and so is the Nintendo Switch. And part of that is trying to make our game run a little bit better here. Little weapon skin, is that a Red Warrior? Oh yeah, we're going to talk all about it.
Red Warrior.
We want to do hit with some quality of life changes specifically. One of them we need to make the game run better, and part of that is making the loot despawn after 5 minutes. Having loot clutter around everywhere, be there for anything longer than 5 minutes has been kind of slowing down the game. Nintendo Switch players, thank you so much for being patient with us. We understand that the game has been kind of lagging a little bit, crashing out, and a lot of that is due to the amount of loot. So after 5 minutes, loot will despawn. Don't worry, it's not like it's going to be gone forever, but you will be able to see it, and we've only noticed it in testing, in those smaller initial circles. Past that, though, the Comet auto sniper, I know we put out a hotfix a couple weeks ago saying, oh yeah, that auto sniper is going to be out of that first chest. Didn't play out like that because of the database changes, but now Comet auto sniper has been removed from the loot pool. And then circle size. Here we go. I don't mean to give my producer a heart attack, but I do have this as well. Let's talk a little bit about circle sizes. So our 6 and 7 circle sizes is going to be a little bit bigger of a circle going into that end game, giving players, and specifically the competitive players, a little bit more options coming into that end game as well. This has been tested out. We do need to kind of get this into patch 2, see how the players feel about it. Overall, the circle changes. Both the start of the match and the end of the match has been kind of a success from the community. Not perfect. The Twitch chat, I understand, not perfect, but going into this, hopefully players will have a little bit of a better timings when it comes to that end game and have a little bit time to prepare with their team in order to rotate and make sure they take advantage of the end game circles. So, but that's not it, chat. Hey, chat's like, Thor, give me something else. Health and armor potions actually are going up to 15 this go around. It's funny, Reddit and some of the esports players in our game, who would have known? They would have disagreed with each other. So on one hand, we've had people, specifically the high tier players, the people that are in competitive realm, saying, "Hey Thor, there's not enough armor potions and health potions to go around. I get sniped one time, and I suddenly have to chug 5 armor potions, and that means I'm out of 5 armor potions. I'm halfway out of the limit, and we hurt you, and we said, okay, let's see if we can't bump that 10 up to 15 for both armor potions and health potions, and see how that feels next." And while that is diametrically opposed to what some people on Reddit are saying, they're like, "Hey Thor, there's way too many armor potions. There's way too many health potions." We're gonna try this out for this patch to see how everybody feels about it. Maybe we went a little bit too far, but again, that's the purpose of a live service game. Feel how that is and see how that kind of plays out. Chat, what do you think? More armor potions, more health potions? We were all there 5 years ago.
I'm seeing some let's goes. They seem excited about it. A couple of woos.
Good.
More pop.
Good, because I'm nerfing everything else, man. I want to get the good out there,
There's no more weapons and only potions. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah. You guys are gonna throw potions at each other. That's what you're gonna do. It's Potion Royale. I love.
Dank voor de lurk.
Yeah, okay. We gotta keep this momentum in Twitch chat going here. All right. That being said, let's switch it over. Let's do a little bit more. Speaking of the quality of life changes, I'm gonna head on over here. This is going to be very subtle, Twitch chat. This is going to be very, you're going to be thinking to yourself, that's not that big of a deal. But honestly, for new players, very much is. Okay. Matt, this is your baby. Talk about it here for a second.
Yeah, sure. Now, this is going to be part of the loadouts before when you made them out of game. Now, when you look in the Forge, you will see that same icon and information on the left here, which you're trying to decide. What to forge. It just connects the dots from A to B. We were not able to sneak in at the end there, and we had this little quality life. Like, we gotta do this for the new players too, so they can really see what I'm doing out of the game. Setting up is now ready for me, right there in the Forge. And again, I'll give another shout out. Don't forget, there's an upgrade Forge. Sometimes people forget there's an upgrade Forge portion of this. But yeah, and looking at that, that's an interesting word you pointed out there.
Was war jetzt grün, was war noch nicht?
Oh yeah. We've had in testing, people are like, wait, you can actually upgrade your weapons. I'm like, by Lord, what have you been doing with your life? Yeah. So anyways, having said that, great job, Matt. And Matt, you are actually leading back. You're like, hey, you got to get this in. Big shout out to June as well, making sure when players go to the Forge, they can say, oh, cool, I'm actually going to forge a Javelin. I'm going to forge a net shot, and so on and so forth. So, people are already calling it out. They're already saying, hey, Thor, Javelin, Javelonian. Yes,
Javelin.
Chat, again, so much of this patch is supposed to be a refinement patch because we are looking into the future as far as patch 3 goes. We'll have to wait and see, Matt, what goes down in patch 3. But that doesn't give us an excuse to say, no, we still need to get stuff in patch 2. Matt, you got the joke. Speaking of patch 2 stuff, let's get into it a little bit. With going in forward in Realm Royale Reforged, each classes are going to be getting new weapons, new abilities, new functions, and how they play their game. And Warrior specifically in Realm Royale Reforged was missing that mid to long range weapon. And now I'm happy to introduce, and I know some players will be able to see that axe as well, but we'll get into that. We now have a Javelin. And you might be able to see a lot of my quick cheats, everyone. Harkening back to what I talked about earlier with the loot disappearing at 5 minutes, I'm pretty upset and frustrated. I set out all of the new weapons, all of the new abilities. I lined them all up, and then after 5 minutes, everything disappeared. And I was like, "Oh yeah, this is my nightmare." Twitch chat, this is actually my nightmare. Oh, by the way, look at that.
Oh, nothing in the upper left-hand corner there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, guck mal, da oben.
Yeah, so let's go.
Someone's got a friend.
Da waren 2 Drachen.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and we'll drop this real fast, show that what it looks like.
Da war noch ein kleiner.
But chat, I'm doing this live, okay? I'm doing the fast fingers at you. Used to call me Mr. Fast Fingers back in college. I'm gonna be doing the command live on chat.
Noch nicht einmal
geworfen. This is what the Javelin is, everyone. It's going to be a little bit of a tease at the end of it, but Javelin's going to be a mid to long range weapon. That actually has for you old school Realm Royale players out there.
Long range, mid range weapon.
The Game Grover built in. So what this means, up to a certain point, it's going to get an increased damage of 50% based on how far the target is from your respective location. Okay. So some of you old school players will remember how the axe used to have Game Grover, and then even back in patch 1 it had Game Grover built in. This will have Game Grover built in as well. Oh, very strong. Very good. A little bit of a slower projectile. But again, I'm at max range here. Scaling up to 50%.
Scaling up 50%. Max range. Okay. Und
then switch it over to legendary.
Du musst,
very very, very good. I can already hear people being like, Thor, way too strong. You're doing the classic high-res thing, introducing a weapon, making it too strong.
Sieht gut aus. Ja, sieht wirklich gut aus.
And then, bada bing, bada boom. So this will scale up to, I think, 1,471. Where's Pop when you need him to hit us with some hot math here? And
damage?
Here we go. So there it is. This is going to be very, 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 very strong for mid to long range. And great job. Way to miss that. So there's the Javelin, everybody. You will be able to get your force loadout and really this kind of came as our first step in introducing
1065 Schaden. Aber jetzt ist er nicht maximum range.
So very much missing in the kind of the loophole as far as mid to long range weapons. We'll answer some questions specifically about the Javelin. It's not done. Like all things in Realm Royale, it's a work in progress. There's a couple things that personally as a designer that I want to make sure happens. But I'm very, very, very excited.
So again, this will be in the class chests, right? So just a few reminders of some of the newer things within Realm Royale Reforged is the class chests.
Also, je weiter du weg bist, desto mehr Damage macht er.
Get the feel of your character going. If you don't find it, if you don't make it in the Forge just yet, as you're getting your shards ready.
Yeah, for sure. And Twitch chat, just to prove that we're live here. Listen, I don't control ads, okay? What do you want from me? All right, I can't control how our channel gets ads. All right, somebody bring that up to the top of Twitch chat. You know what I mean? What's going on here, dude? Let's put this thing on the YouTube channel. Anyways, I'm sorry. I know it's gonna be my fault. There's ads on the Twitch channel. You know what I mean, dude? Come on now. Very much.
Put that in. There's an extra feature in patch 2. Extra ads.
Yeah. Does have a pretty cool projectile. You will be able to see it in the air. Does scale up with distance as well. So if I get right up close to the target,
gut abhaut, so
960. But as it scales farther and farther away, little 1,108. Again, the purpose here is we want to be very careful with having so much burst damage into the game. I know back in patch 23, a lot of people were doing blast arrow into the hunter longbow. We want to be a little bit careful with that. So again. Throwing that into place. So here we go.
It's super fun. And we just had Javelin fights amongst the devs. We're just going back and forth, just Javelin fodder, back and forth. It's a really good time. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Yes. We're doing this live, so let's answer some questions real fast about the Javelin chat while we're here. Just to prove that we're live, we're good to go. We have been having a lot of Javelin fights. Shout out to the ODP group for sitting there and just taking the Javelins for a little while. But we got it.
Ich weiß, es fühlt sich an, als ob
it's our first shot at a new world. And hitting a Javelin and hitting a one-shotting a chicken, because again, it does scale up. It does actually scale up. And so seeing a chicken run left to right and just curving it backwards, just chucking a nice jab, and you're just like, oh! There's nothing like it, chat. Will there be green jabs?
So laut, dass es auch noch beim anderen rüberkam.
And one of the cool things, and great question on Twitch chat here, is that we actually are working it in where your projectile will be the color of the weapon. So as you can see here, it's green. Give you a little bit more readability to the player, and that's something that players have been talking about. Like, hey Thor, I can't tell whether I'm getting hit with a legendary axe, a legendary javelin. What am I supposed to do out here, right? So now the projectiles, specifically starting with the javelin, is going to be color coded.
Projektil ist.
Let's replace the sword. No. So
farbig jetzt oder wie?
Question here is that we're always
merkt, dass man mit einer goldenen Axt getroffen wird oder mit einer grünen oder was?
Patch 1 was very much a foundational building patch, and as we get bigger, weapons coming in hot, baby.
Ist es doch abgekackt oder hat er jetzt einfach?
Cutting out a tiny bit there, Thor.
Yeah, go for it, brother.
No, I said you were cutting out a tiny bit.
Sleep. I'm here. I'm a little late. Had to make food.
Is my internet coming back? Chocolate blue. All right, are we back? Are we good? Oh no, is it gone? Or what are we doing here? No, I'm still here.
We have a little freeze, but it's not on my end.
Let's blame Twitch. No. Let's blame Twitch.
It's frozen on Twitch at the moment?
Okay. It says I'm good.
You are frozen to me.
Blame Twitch.
Twitch, was machst du, Twitch?
All right, some of you guys out there didn't watch all the ads. You know what I mean? This is what happens when you guys don't watch the ads, Twitch chat. You know what I mean? So what?
It scales up. The further the target is, the more damage, up to 50%.
Yeah, all of you people that didn't watch the ads, go back and rewatch it. Yeah, the Twitch out, you cutting us stuff. Hey, let's ask Billy Fire, our producer out here. Billy Fire, how we looking, buddy? Is it on me? It says I'm not dropping any frameronies.
Nope.
Thor hat wohl die Verbindung verloren.
Billy Fire, you're sitting here telling me it's your fault? Oh, Billy Fire. Billy's about to be fired.
Guck dir das an. Okay. Well, they have to fix it. Ich hoffe, der Assassine hat so Wurfsterne oder so als neue Waffe. Oh, so in Ninja-Style? Das hatten wir auch nicht. Das wäre eine gute Idee. Das wäre irgendwie noch witzig. Würde auch irgendwie passen zu dem. Total Pro moderiert, während er streamt. Bester Mod. Ja, dafür... Irgendwann muss er ja können. What did you miss? Well... if you forge your stuff, you will see the actual icon of the weapon. The item you want to forge, not just a placeholder like an icon, so it's a weapon, but you see that what weapon you forge. Kind of quality of life fix, but it's nice. And that's... Oh, the new skin. Maybe you didn't notice. It's a red warrior or something. Didn't talk about it yet. Just you could see it from behind first. And the Javelin, which makes more damage.
Right.
Look at the skin. You see? It's kind of red.
Hello.
Matt, can you hear me? Are we good? Are we live?
I can hear you. I think we're back.
That's
okay. Twitch chat, hit me some
business there.
Chat if we're back. You know what I mean? So, Billy, what's going on?
Thor's going a little bit low energy, so we needed to get him some coffee, jazz him up a little bit more.
No, what happened?
Get through more of this content, because it was like a little lackluster. I was like, dude, come on.
For sure. And Twitch chat out here skipping ads, killing our bit rate. You know what I mean? I blame you, Twitch chat. This ain't me. This ain't me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was the shaman. I hope you guys appreciated that deep dive into the new class. I hope everybody gave some feedback that you really enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week, baby. No, I'm kidding. So,
all right, back at it. I think we did Javelin. You feel good about the Javelin?
All right.
We're moving on,
good about the Javelin. Yeah, we're feeling good about the Javelin, everybody. So, just to wrap up the Javelin here, everyone, it does have Game Grover wrapped into it again with a TikTok cycle of our patch cycle. You know, this patch 2 was very much about refinement and getting some new cosmetics in. We're going to show that off in a second. But even though we're a small team, does not give us an excuse not to put out amazing content. Shout out to the team working, getting it in. Shout out to the ODP. So, Javelin coming in hot, everybody. Javelin coming in hot.
Oh, you really like it?
Let's make it happen. Let's talk about some other things here. We've talked about circle sizes. We've talked about how people are going to be getting 15 potions instead of 10. We've talked about how some quality of life changes, like the auto sniper being actually taken out of the first chest and not just like whatever. But
you can have 15 potions,
first of all, everybody has been telling me that you guys love shotguns. You've said before, there's nothing better in battle royals than shotguns. So we've done some legendary Thor with a fast figure. Hold on, everybody.
Even more potions.
Okay. It's okay. You got this. Yeah. People are paid. Everyone's human, man. Everyone's human.
I gotta get the fast fingers going, dude. Got the EDVN commands out here. So we've kind of gone back into the damage curves and the projectile sizes. And shout out again to the testing community out here. We made shotgun feel a little bit tighter, a little bit easier to control. Nerfed the damage down just a little bit, but it's going to be a little bit more easier to produce the desired results. So it's not gonna. Oh my lord! I know everybody's gonna be like, Thor shotgun already broken, right? Now that character's already damaged. But having said that, did a little bit of tightening up on the shotgun. After a certain range, though, you won't be able to do. You'll see the drop off pretty heavily. Broken. Very, very, very fun though. Much better feeling though. Again, going back here. Very strong, very good, but overall testing has said, yeah, this feels a lot easier than the shotgun that people are kind of used to. Also, Heroically did get nerfed a little bit last patch. So, having said that, just wrapping up some of the quality of life changes as well. Gatekeeper got a slight nerf from 60 down to 55. I know some people were like, Thor, Gatekeeper absolutely broken. What are you doing? So we actually fixed a bug with patch 1, causing one of the bullets to actually miss. And so by fixing a bug, we actually overbuffed the Gatekeeper just by a little bit. Now the savability and the feeling of the gun was actually a little bit better after we fixed the bug. However, the damage was just a little slightly too high. Apparently Shiz was getting killed in competitive, and he said, Thor, I quit unless you nerf the Gatekeeper. And I said, fine. Fine. Did that. But let's get actually specifically into some class balances here, chat.
It's so bad right
I'm
now.
Show you guys everyone a magic trick. This is everybody close your eyes real fast. Female damage.
It has always been bad. Trash weapon. Who cares?
Suddenly, we're a hunter, chat. And oh my, we're gonna talk about these skins. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, I mean, you're showing so many things. It's so pretty.
What you want from me? Okay, first of all, we got a lot of complaints about players saying the projectile sizes of the longbow is a little bit too big.
Yes.
So we did take the longbow size of the projectile, both of the axe last patch, and now longbow's up. We did a slight nerf to the projectile size of the longbow by about 10%, from a 1.0 to a 0.9. Hopefully this should help with some of those egregious hitbox issues. However, we are also looking on our side, taking some of those hitboxes, specifically the head and the scaling of the head, and hopefully shrinking that down a little bit. That's to be determined. However, with the longbow specifically, we took that projectile and nerfed it by about 10%. Is it too much? Is it too little? Find out next time on Realm Royale.
10% less.
But we did do that with the longbow, and obviously we went back in with the hotfix. Some of the issues popped up with specifically.
Yeah, Green Hunter. I like the.
It was supposed to be 12. It was 10, and so we did fix that. And finally,
der Köcher mit den Pfeilen hinten drauf
I do gotta do this as well. This is just
cool aus.
Teaser.
Und die Hitbox des Pfeilbogens wurde verkleinert.
Is that a green flare? What does it mean, Matt? What does it mean? We're gonna find out though. We're gonna find out. Okay, I gotta go down. All right. Rounding out some of the class balance changes. I know Twitch. I'm sorry. Rounding out some of the class balance changes here. Sniper rifle. We noticed that players were getting some really egregious hip fire snipers in the air. You naughty boys and girls. You shouldn't be doing that. So we nerfed the hip fire accuracy of the sniper rifle by about 10%. So one of the things that we did actually in patch 1 was actually take the in-air accuracy of your character as he jumps. He or she jumps. That would decrease your accuracy by about 15%. We actually got rid of that in patch 1, right? But one of the unspoken changes of that was that fact that, now you're just more accurate when you're in the air with hipfire. So we went back into the sniper rifle, said, okay, let's take another about 10% off that hipfire accuracy and see how that feels. So guys, we'll be hitting some of those hipfire sniper rifle shot, being said. Back to the warrior here a little bit. We did, throwing axe did get a slight increase in equip time. It went from a 0.9 to a 1 second. This is to prevent some of that fast damage coming out from like a javelin to an axe. We didn't want to hit the warrior too hard, and looking at all of our statistics when it comes specifically to the classes are pretty aligned. There's, for instance, the hunter is one of the most competitive classes from the competitive standpoints. That people really think it's really, really good. I'm not here to disagree with you. I've seen some of you nerds on the hunter. Love you guys and girls. Hunters actually played the least, which is super interesting.
Also, irgendwas mit Sniper,
and vice versa, the assassins has played about 30% more compared to the other classes. But is that because it's stronger, or it's just the theme and the way the assassin plays? Rather, those are all things that we have to take into account. Maybe it's not because it's stronger. Maybe it's just because it's fun. Right? So, net shot did get its damage decreased by 25.
Net shot decrease.
25. By the way, I had to fix that on the patch notes show. So from 40 down to 370, 400 down to 375 at a legendary, and we'll make sure to have those patch notes out. So a little bit tweakage on the warrior, not a lot. Don't worry, warrior mains out there be like, what is this? You gave us a weapon and nerfed everything else. Didn't do that. Just a slight tweakage here or there. Matt, how you feeling, bud?
I mean, I'm feeling great. How you feeling?
We got a lot to get through. Like with a small patch like this.
Yes, we do. We got a lot of info, man.
Nerf decoy, Vinicius says. He says, nerf that decoy. No. 50 damage, way too much, Thor. What are you doing out here, dude? That decoy needs to be doing 5 damage. Get him out of here. Battle pass.
50 damage is
100 points focus.
50 damage is nothing. Why would you nerf that?
Remove the headshot damage from the bow. Useless. Entirely interesting. Buff leap damage, Edding says. We just nerfed leap damage. What is happening right now?
It's just chat
remove turret and barricade. What if there was a class that used turret and barricade them? You know what I mean? What if there was something? You'd have to, like, I don't know, engineer this idea to come back.
Do you want to see the chat on the side?
All right, buff SMG, honestly. So good comment on that. We actually normalized SMG a little bit. There were some weird variations with the SMG. We actually, in this patch specifically, made them so they all work correctly the same. And now we get to go back and say, okay, follow-up damage and all that in patch 3. All right. Remove turret till that class comes to realm. Interesting. Okay. This game needs battle pass forced. I don't know what that means. However, we have heard you as a community saying, hey, Thor, Battle Pass. You know, Battle Passes offer a lot of things. Okay, and Matt, you can speak to this for sure. We're kind of getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. We have some really cool cosmetic content coming out in this patch. However, we do hear you guys when it comes to a Battle Pass. It is a lot harder than just saying, hey, Battle Pass,
cool
good.
Cosmetics
5, 6 skins, mouth skins, chicken skins, all that kind of stuff. So I think we might be able to tease you a little bit. But by the way, Matt, did we get like sign off from Brett? Like, you kept flip flopping back and forth.
Why did you change to Hunter?
Okay, well, we may take a leap.
I think we should be focusing on the content that will be available next week. For sure, just to make sure we're a really clear presentation of what's going on here. But yeah, it's very exciting. That's the thing, is everything is very exciting. We're on the Hunter. Did you get through all the Hunter stuff you wanted to chat about?
Yeah, I think we got through most of the Hunter things that I wanted to talk about for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mage. Let's show off a little bit of the Mageroni.
What the fuck? Bye bye Hunter. What about the flare?
And I'm getting to see some of these light skins as well. So,
oh my god,
yeah, there's a gamer out there called by the name of Idiot Mouse. People may have heard of him. Very big proponent of the Mage class. I get one more tweet from Idiot Mouse talking about how the Mage class is absolutely broken and not fun to play. I might lose my mind. So specifically, I went in and was like, all right, we got to fix the Mage class this patch. So here we go. Let's talk a little bit about it. I'm going to do this live chat for you.
It's a little bit too blue.
Bada bing, bada boom.
This is a sehr blau aus.
Matt, how do you feel about the Mage class?
Miss color. I don't know.
I'm feeling good. I think she's incredibly fun. I always have the most fun probably when I just go around there and use Soar and go in and out. It's the mobility plus the stabs, tons of fun. However, she's my lowest. She's not my main, but yeah, I do definitely enjoy her.
So Mage was one of the classes, as far as economically speaking, doing some of the worst. So we wanted to kind of go back in, say, okay, let's tweak some of these numbers, get her into a little bit of a better spot. First up is going to be Ice Staff here. We did change some of the headshot modifiers. Did try to do some changes with the hotfix, didn't kind of land correctly.
What about the assassin?
Ice Staff is getting buffed here a little bit. Let me go ahead and throw these numbers up.
Okay, getting buffed.
Well, so don't say anything that's not specifically true. Twitch
chat. Welche Farbe wird der Assassine haben?
So Ice Staff ammo has gone from 6 to 7. I know we wanted to put that in the hotfix. Didn't quite land correctly, like I mentioned before, with the database changes here. Headshot multiplier has been increased from 30 to 35%, giving you a little bit more rewarding damage on specifically headshots. And damage numbers have been increased per bullet. It will specifically just target the legendary here, so I can show that to you, from 280 to 290. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, because it is a 3-shot projectile weapon, it is going up 10 per 10 per shot. It definitely is going to be a little bit it's gonna hit a little hot. It's gonna hit a little hot at Twitch chat. So some of you Mage mains out there could be like, I just wasn't feeling it. So they're gonna be feeling it for sure this patch. So but specifically for the Mage mains out there, let us know how this feels. Specifically for the Ice Staff and the Fire Staff. The Fire Staff had some inconsistencies specifically when it came to the AoE radius and the projectile size. So we tightened that up a little bit. It went from a 4.2 to a 4.4. I know that might not mean a lot to everybody, but it is going to have a little bit of that. It's going to have a little bit of that scaling, just a little bit tighter. So, Chad, I hope you guys will enjoy that. And specifically, I've had a lot of complaints about the Soar, Matt. People saying, "Hey, Thor, Soar is good, but I can't escape from my opponents." And oftentimes, I'll see players do the Harlem Shake of Realm Royale. And so we kind of went back. We actually normalized the time to 4 seconds, which sounds like a nerf. However, we increased the speed as far as feet per second from 44 to 48 to 52 and 56. So I can show you what that looks like right now, chat. Some more. I'm doing this live. Did anybody? So if you were a 90s kid, Matt, I know you're not a 90s kid. You were what? Atari? Matt, what were you?
Amiga.
I was born. I'm old.
Grandpa, tell us about the war, Grandpa.
No, I really started with the NES. The NES was my first console I ever purchased with my.
It's the Realm Royale remix stuff all the time.
I love it. I
went back and played a lot of Atari in college, which is kind of weird, but.
This just reminds me of the typing games you 90s kids would play. The racing games, you type little buttons, Twitch chat. Do you remember those back in the day? Oh, all of those 3rd grade typing games that I used to play has come in handy for this show.
The remix
so here we go. Soar has been increased a little bit for the feet per second. Now, it's going to be a lot faster. Remember, it is only 4 seconds, so the actual distance amount of travel is going to be less in some cases, specifically what you remember from patch 23. However, the speed is going to be incrementally faster. So for the console players out there, please let me know how this feels. We are a little bit worried about the amount of speed that we're affording to the players here. It might be a little bit hard to actually control. But let us know how that feels, and we'll kind of make adjustments based on that. We are kind of looking at some more fun interactions specifically for the Mage when it comes to dueling. Mage does lack another ability compared to the other classes, so we've come up, internally with things, whether it's polymorph or some like fire dashes, and so we've got some pretty cool things on the table right now. I know, spoilers, chat, but right now we did want to just hit soar a little bit with these quality of life changes to make it a little bit easier for the players to come in and have a little bit of a better time. All right. Speaking of that kind of wraps up a little bit of our class changes specifically for the quality of life here. Billy Fire, are you out there, buddy? Oh, Billy Fire's back, everybody. Okay, we've rocked the assassin changes, the mage changes, the neutral balance changes. Matt, I think it's time for the
makes it
mastery
hard
changes. The mat
if it's faster.
Changes. Matt,
all right, do you want to go ahead and get those screens going up I start talking about? Okay, so we have now
Matt,
Thor's going to show.
I gotta get there.
Just like a minute or two while things happen here. Something that was removed when we initially reforged was the mastery tab, because we needed to, as we were re-engineering some of the things there. But now, if you go back into your armory section, not the quests, my friend. And you can now see mastery.
Oh my god!
And what you'll see when you're first presented with here, if you go before you play any matches, is you will see a progress of where you were on your prior levels of, like, say, your warrior in this case. But what you also see is that there is a 25 crowns and a 50 crowns that's highlighted in this example on the screen. Those, you don't have those crowns yet. Go complete one match with this warrior. You'll true up all your crowns and send them to you as an awesome. Good job from all the stuff you did before. So
Nix is dead.
So we didn't want to penalize anybody who had already made progress on a warrior, say level 18, and then all of a sudden, hey, where's my crowns? Cool. You're still that good at that class. So we didn't want to pretend that didn't happen. So you will start off where you left off, so to speak, on the mastery for each of these classes. So you can find your way going through each of these 4 classes here, through this track all the way up to level 100 now. And then once you reach level 100, bam. You'll also be presented with this skin as the reward for that. So show that off in-game when you make it there. And,
what
how awesome you are.
What means?
Yeah. So again, part of this, with a small team like ours, we had to say, okay, what can we do that'll, number one, reward the players who've been playing our game for the longest time, and 2, how do we show off some of our best players, right? So when some of our veteran players that I can see in Twitch chat right now log in with this patch 2, you're instantly going to get this skin, right? So Matt, you and I were talking about putting a bounty on whoever wore this skin for the first couple months, and be like, okay, because these, let's say, spirited players have been playing the game for the longest time. We didn't quite get that in, however. We did see these, like, I call them the divine skins, right? So
I have all of them.
I'm making a call out for the Twitch chat. If you see these friends in your game with these divine skins, please hunt them down. Like, that should be your first target on the field. So again, this is a callback. Number one, we want to give new players a way to, like, gain gear and gain economy and, like, have, we've seen people saying, like, oh, Thor, like, you don't give us anything, right? So we want to have a track where players should jump in, enjoy it, unlock some crowns, unlock some skins, and this is only our first step, right? Matt, does this mean we give new mastery skins every season? I don't know. It's possible, but this is a first step here. This is a good
right now. I say right now, work on this. If you get through this on all 4 classes,
he didn't talk about it, but we saw it. It's the big one and the little baby dragon.
But, like, it should take some time.
It flies behind
some of the EXP that you've experienced.
How much time are we looking at here, Matt? Like, how much time specifically?
We're thinking around
the crowns
an hour per level, based on where you probably get to, and then trying to tweak it out a little bit based on how you get better and better as you go, how that would work. But the experience required per level, if you remember the old mastery system, is less than to get to level 100. So take it as if it's a new coat of paint on a mastery system to try and just give you guys some fun progression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. So I'm hearing some classes. I'm hearing some classes and questions. Questions specifically asking if your rank is going to be reset. We are not resetting your rank, so specifically the players who've been around for the last 4 years will instantly get these skins plus all the crowns after you win one game. However,
not win, not win, play. I want to say play one game, not win. You don't have to win to get your old prizes. Just complete a match.
And I don't want to sign us up for this specifically, but if somebody like Smarmy Tank says, hey, Thor, I'd love to be able to test this out in perpetuity. Could you reset my rank specifically for this mastery set? We'll look into that on a case-by-case basis because I know some people would want to do that. Now, Brett said he would do that, by the way, Matt. I remember him signing up specifically for that, so I shouldn't be in trouble for saying that. So let's make that happen. He's on vacation right now, so poor guy. All right, so mastery, this is what everybody can look forward to with the next patch coming out. And again, this is a first step in the right direction here. Dreaded says, can you reset me? Absolutely not, Dreaded. I will not specifically, I will not reset you. And I love how people are noticing the little chicken skins in the background. Matt, any final thoughts on the mastery skin, brother?
No, I mean, really just go have some fun. Hopefully you earn some stuff along the way with all the other fun you're having in game. That's kind of the idea, right? It's like, oh, hey, cool, I'm still making great progress on all these classes. And then maybe try a class you haven't tried before. Because even just getting in there, getting level 1 on something, maybe you're just like, I'm not a hunter kind of person.
New class.
We're in, 25 crowns.
Yeah, and speaking of that, like I have a couple of different accounts with like, assassin maxed out rank and warrior maxed out rank, stuff like that. But I don't have one account with every single one at 100. So I'm looking forward to like jumping in and saying, hey, I managed to get my divine mastery skin in X amount of time. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. And of course, I can see all you nerds out there that needs to touch grass with those mastery skins on patch 2, which is coming next week, Tuesday, everybody, on the 11th. Okay? I hear some questions about when is this patch coming, all right? So calm down. It's coming next Tuesday, baby. But speaking of what's coming next Tuesday, let's talk about how we made a mistake.
Yeah, that wasn't all. We knew that.
Billy Fire, our producer out there, could you throw us up some of that hot Amazon Prime skin, please? On that
Prime skin, you failed.
Oh, thank you. You may have noticed that
it's looking nice, and I'm seeing a lot of magenta, purpley kind of color in here. It's just really nice, really nice.
Oh yeah. Too bad it doesn't look like that in game. So that's on. I'm going to take credit for this. This is my bad. I messed up. So you guys can blame me. Send me your emails. But good news is this will be fixed on the 11th. Shout out to both Sean and all the other people like, Thor, you're an idiot. Why did you do this? We fixed it. It's good. Starting on the 11th. This will be fixed in game for everyone who managed to get your Prime, get that skin, and this is of course the first out of many coming down the pipeline for that Amazon Prime. So thank you very much for being patient with everybody. And having said that, Billy Fire, are you ready to show off some of these hot Halloween skins, my friend?
Halloween skins? Oh no, Halloween skins.
Oh my gosh, let's make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got, it's not Halloween without some Halloween skins. For the first time ever, God. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out here throwing out some hot fire Halloween skins. Yes, we did lose Halloween skins back in the day, Matt. I realize that, but these are just on such another level. Billy Fire, throw out the first one out here. Twitch chat, it's the first of the Halloween skins coming at you live. What do we do? Wolfie of the Realm bundle? Throw it out there.
Let's make it big.
Fire. Ooh. Voiced by Matt Simmons. No,
it's actually not. Thanks, though. Let's pretend that it is. Thank you.
All right, I need to get back in game. That's why we're doing this as well. So we have some Halloween.
So for this one specifically, you're getting the chicken skin, right? The Wolfie avatar, and the Chick or Treat static spray.
Okay, that's a spray.
Oh yeah. So we did. So I got to give a shout out to Pete, our artist here, and he's did an amazing job. He's come out with a bunch of these bundles, and they're super cute. They're super. I say this lovingly, super dumb, because it's just you see a bunch of these Halloween chicken skins running down the hill. You're just like, this is my life now. So first one up, obviously Wolfie was super cute. Howls at you. Oh, what a time to be alive.
Chick or Treat. That's
Matt. Take it away, buddy.
Absolutely. The next one we have is actually should be the chicken wrap bundle. Yes, right here.
Zombie
wrap, as it were, chicken wrap. We love the plays on words here. But this one is going to give you obviously the skin, the avatar, as well as the static spray, just like the last one. But yeah, as we see, this is essentially a little mummy. Walking around, feather fingers.
Alter, ich mach das mal darüber oder so. Keine Ahnung.
We'll have to wait. Unfortunately, right now we can't get in-game audio and us telling you the information about this, but they all do have custom audio.
Oh, we don't need the audio.
For each of the skins themselves, and they are pretty great. So, hope you guys enjoy that.
I love the music. The music as you're running around as a chicken is little Halloween spooky
the
themed.
Wolfie is better.
If I was the mayor of Halloween Town, every day would be Halloween.
I didn't understand
every
the
holiday would be
spray
Halloween.
from the zombie.
I just want to live in that world, man. That's what I want to live in.
Didn't recognize.
That's my life. It's my dream.
You keep working, man. You'll get there someday. But so we do have another one. Another bundle. This one's called Apocalypse. Whoa! You see what we do here? The words every time. This one's a little bigger, right? We got a couple extra things in this one. You will get the radioactive skin, which is the all the way on the right. The wishbone skin, which is little bones, little cutie there. The avatar for each of those, and then the ghosted static spray there in the middle with the sucker, the ghost sucker.
What? This is 2 skins?
Yeah, so I see a little turnaround. Oh my
god! Oh my god! Look! Oh, I don't know if I like it.
Come on, right? Don't shoot me.
Damn it.
No, maybe. And even then the next one too.
That's pretty.
I can already hear it. Cool. Pay to win. Are you kidding me right now, dude? Are you kidding me? Pay to win. First the blorp, now this chicken. High res. What are you doing? What are you out here doing, dude? Come on now.
With the blorp
obviously, hitboxes are all the same, but he does only have bones. That one.
We actually had a bug while testing this where he actually showed up behind walls. So you'd see like a green, like not a skeleton mesh, but just the green outline of the chicken. Oh, it was the funniest, dumbest thing ever. Oh, it was so good. It was absolutely fantastic at testing.
And we do have one more of these Halloween bundles for you guys to chat through. This one is called It's Alive. Can you guess? Oh, yes. Frankenstein or Bachenstein, as it were. And the Bride of Bach. Then obviously an avatar for each of Bachenstein and the Bride of Bach. And the animated spray here of the brains. If you notice, look real close. There's a little bit of chicken nuggets in the brain there. So that's... A
precursor of things to come, possibly.
The bride of Braut von Frankenstein.
I'm throwing it down now, though, Twitch chat. If you have a couple, a significant other, I better see you rocking this in squads. You and your ladies and your men out there, I better see those couples rocking it out there. I swear. Look
at her pants.
Absolutely silly. Look at those pants, those pantaloons.
Yeah, I mean, these are absolutely great. One of my favorite one here is obviously the Bachenstein, and his audio, too, is fantastic.
This looks
we're also actually not captured here. In this is there's a little bit of electricity and stuff around their bolts on their necks and stuff to get a little bit of effects there. It's fun, absolutely great.
Grünchen,
I think the team did a great job on these.
Habe ich auch irgendwie gedacht. Aber den Witz mit dem Hühnchen ist mir nicht eingefallen.
And you'll see a couple of these guys sort of scampering about in the lobbies areas was your menus and whatnot. You see this guy a lot of times in the shop in the back, just kind of, Bachensteining about. If that's
I'm glad I saved all the crowns.
Yeah. But now we have
moving on.
We have a menagerie of chicken skins for Halloween. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so those bundles will be available in the shop. Take a look at them. Click through. Spend your crowns that you got at the mastery. Whew, it's like good time.
But you only can equip one chicken at a time. So we have 5 new chickens.
Right, do you want to go on to the next section? Or are you feeling it?
I think it's about time.
Glass skins.
You want to go
time, baby.
In game, or you want to just go lobby for this one?
Ich glaube, Halloween noch mehr kommt.
Billy Fire, hit me that in game, baby. Hit me that in game.
Damn, and
that in game viewpoint. Oh, yeah.
All right, skins. Yeah, exactly.
We're 44 minutes into a show. For a small little tiny patch like this that was supposed to be a precursor to patch 3, I'm feeling good about this. I'm hearing some comments. We're going to do some Q&A because I see the same thing getting said over and over again. We'll do our best to answer some of those questions. But I hinted it earlier in the show. Matt, let's talk a little bit about the new skins, the skins that you're checking out now. Matt, what's the name of these skins? These hot skins?
They're called the Light Fighter skins. Light Fighter. Watch out.
Light Fighters. So this again is these skins are number 1. Matt, do you have a price on them offhand, by the way?
I believe they are 500 crowns.
Okay,
and if they're not, I'm sorry. They're the price they are in the shop. Do not hold that to me. But I believe
So the implementation of these skins, I have to tell a little bit of a story, Twitch chat, of how this kind of came about. Again, big shout out to our technical artist, Sean. Big shout out to D. Big shout out to Pete. So number 1, we wanted to see, this was an exploration in saying, okay, can we do weapon mastery skins, right? Can we do skins that actually look different, specifically on the classes, and I'll show a little bit of that off. Also, what can we do when it comes to the abilities themselves, making them a little bit unique, a little bit tweaking just here, just tweak there. That way, when you see, as I show you, a green flare out in the distance, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. There's a little Easter egg coming at you. So this is very much a exploration of saying, okay, let's not make a skin that's super expensive for the players out there to feel like they can't do that. We did release the master skin, so you will have some of that crown economy floating around to see if you want to do that. But these were the reasons why we said, okay, what can we do? Can we actually put some weapon skins on a longbow, for instance? I will show that off real fast. So we have 4 skins coming at you: the warrior, the mage, of course, the assassin, and the hunter. Each one has a little bit of a different flair. The assassins, I'll just kind of go through them real fast. The hunter has the fastest fingers in the west flair.
What did he say about the assassin?
All right, so the one of the unique things about this skin specifically for the hunter is going to be that green flare. So when you see a green flare out there, you'll know specifically this is going to be from this hunter. Switching over real fast to the let's do male flank. For this one, I love the actual little faceplate on this one. Absolutely a banger. Absolutely a banger here. Blink is going to be a little tinged and a little bit in purple. So if you see a purple blink, you'll understand that is from there. Also, there's a distinction that has to be made, chat, that the legendary weapons are going to have the unique skins on the weapons. Only the legendary. So if you see for instance, a black and purple sniper rifle, and you're fighting somebody, you'll have to understand that, okay, this is very much a legendary weapon, right? We had to make it very clear that we didn't want to confuse the players. One of the things that Realm speaks very well to is the power the player has when it comes to what they're actually using in their hand. So if you do see a unique weapon in the player's hand, whether it's blue, purple, black, and red, you can bet it's going to be the strongest version of the weapon.
But there's always been gold.
Again, I'll just show you what that means real fast, chat.
You saw a golden weapon in his hands, you knew, oh my god, it's legendary. Now they're different colors. Why do I have to remember the colors for each class?
Again, not a mesh change, but again, a little bit of a model change, and every single class has this, right? If it's the warrior, it's going to be black and red on his legendary weapon. If it's going to be the hunter, it's actually I can actually go back to the hunter and show off the longbow there.
It's even gold here down green, here in the slot.
And then the mage is going to be a blue and a light ice when it comes to that. So blink is going to be a little bit purple there. You can see a little trail on that as well.
The blink is purple. The blink. Hey, look at this. Did you see some purple?
All of the hot hacks out there.
Of a second.
And
I mean, the flare you rarely see a long
trail
time.
There. Switching over to the warrior. Male.
Nothing. It's nothing.
There we go. And then you'll see the heroic leap be red, have that little red trail. And his bottom of the shoes actually has a unique thing as well.
Longer.
So there we go. Switching one more time over to I'll do the female support again. Mage is actually my favorite skin on this one, with the glowing eyes.
That's why they're
and then the Soar is going to have the blue contrail kind of behind.
Either less.
So a very nice contrast with the divine skins as well, seeing the difference between those two in game. And then the legendary weapon on the mage is going to be the one that's a little bit different. Legendary.
They should have given the conch bomb purple trail, like with the flare to the hunter.
Everybody gets to see how great I am at spelling. This is fantastic, Matt.
Oh, good. Typing on camera is not easy. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is what it is. So as you can tell, this has a little bit of a mesh change here with the blue.
That's the color change.
And considering the ice staff got buffed a little bit, I am a big fan of that as well. So going right back to the hunter skin real fast. Female. I have all these things just absolutely memorized in my head. So we'll go to here, do that. We'll do longbow just to show this off real fast, chat. This will be the last one that I show off, and there's a couple of little Easter eggs scattered around as well. So let's do that.
Show me Easter eggs.
And this is actually one of my favorite ones as well. You can see how the bow is black and green. Meshes very, very, very well. Adam, it's good to have you back here.
Some of them, okay. If it's not only blink,
those are awesome.
Okay,
it's fantastic.
Yeah,
that bow.
There it is.
What about the bow
with her?
It's green.
Yeah, and again, this was an exploration of what we could do specifically with the weapon skins, the abilities as well. So it was really nice to see what our team was capable of saying. Okay, can we make the flare green? Can we do this with the blink?
That's
pretty good. But so much of this change, again, this is a patch 2, everyone. Being in a TikTok cycle of saying, okay, patch 1 was a lot of content, patch 2 is more refinement. We did things, and as you read the patch notes, you'll say, oh, okay, that's really good.
So
for instance, Has anybody been killed here by the invisible wall in front of Northport?
Yes.
I know Adam Mays has. I've watched his stream. You know what I mean? Got to call him out. Idiot Mouse, he's been dead. Shiz. Having said that, we did fix that bug. There is going to be a lot of bug fixes in the patch notes that we've kind of
you died too.
Saying,
no, you managed to fly around. Yeah, me too. It happened to me.
KDN did. I watched KDN do that as well. I was there. KDN ran right into that Northport invisible wall. So managed to fix that. Great job to Sean. Shout out to Sean out there. And so not only did we fix a lot of those bug issues that are just underlying in it with an old game like us, it's just going to bubble up that we need to kind of take care of that technical debt. But also, it's about the small changes. Matt, talk to me a little bit about these trees.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. We're going in the fall, so we felt like it would be nice to kind of feel a little more fall. And now and again. Plus, we want to do a little bit of definition and identity to some of the areas. We had a lot of green before, but just so giving a little bit of player landmarks too would help also within the gameplay. So you just swept around real quick and you see those red trees which are left and then the green trees now to your right. Like you kind of just get your orientation a little bit better. It's one of the smaller things we tried to do. There are several, not very many, pumpkins added. You know, pumpkins can.
Oh yeah, you little pumpkins.
I mean, they can go past Halloween. It's a pumpkin. It's fall harvesting. People, you know, get together.
All right, and he
play a game of. Yeah.
Okay. Where are the pumpkins?
So you'll see. Yeah, traditionally, even in, I believe there's an area called Autumn, and that one definitely is different. So.
Nice.
But take a peek. I think it adds some vibrancy, some life. I like the life. So.
Yeah. For sure. You did a great job of that. Twitch chat, there will be some little Easter eggs out there, so hopefully you get to find that. Scour the map. Hopefully you'll be able to find some of the ones that Matt has put out there. Again, it's taking the changes that we can do in the time that we're allowed and saying, okay, you know what? Let's make some of the leaves red. And Matt, you did that. That's such a great job on your part, just making the world feel a little bit more alive, a little bit more breathing.
Really looks great.
Hopefully when spring rolls around, maybe we'll see a little bit of new life, and we'll see.
You have to watch for the. You have to look for the.
We have some fun things that we'd like to do. So
some other Easter eggs.
For sure. Speaking of fun things we'd like to do, making the grapple hook a little bit better. I did not want to lose track of this one as well. Now, when you throw out the grappling hook, everyone, you will not stop. Big shout out to Zaza for making this happen. The grapple hook was a little bit clunky in nature, so we made sure to now, when you launch it, you will actually keep moving. So a little bit easier to use, a little bit functionally, just a little bit smoother overall, as well as fixing out the issue where sometimes it would shoot out and actually go on cooldown without hitting something. So nailed it. That one's on the bug list. You guys will see that as well. Having said that, let's look at our rundown here for a second.
Endlich? Von mir oder was? You mean
Billy Fire, are you there, my friend?
Uploads to YouTube?
Billy Fire, my friend, hit us into the main cam. Let's run this thing out. Let's get a little Q&A with the Twitch chat. Oh, there it is.
That's what you're talking
Twitch
about.
Chat.
Uploading
Twitch chat is good to see. It's good to see. It's good to be back. It feels good. Matt, how you feeling today, bud?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. You get a quick shot of my office. You know, was ready for that.
Nice. Chad, I want to say a big thank you for everybody who's been sticking around, having a good time in the game. We have a long way to go, and we're not going to nail everything. I know for some people out there who's been waiting years for content, we came out the gate strong with a lot of changes. This is more of a refinement patch. We do have new content, new skins, new updates, new balance changes, new weapons. But again, it's never enough. And we as a team, we realize that. We realize it's never enough. So please continue to be patient with us. We will try to do our best, as a small team. We're nose to the grindstone here. Hi-Risk has been great supporting us, and you, the community, has been great supporting us as well. A lot of things coming down the pipeline. Matt, if you want to tease anything, we'll have to wait and see. But let's take a little time to take a step back and interact with the community a bit and answer some questions while we can.
Let's see what we can say. You guys over here.
Okay, instant record 1,000 rounds after the update.
Will be a battle pass
and upload, and this thing will blow up. Probably.
It feels weird not to have a battle pass with a battle royale for sure. I think we've kind of hinted. You know what I mean? I can see it. I can see it. I could definitely see a battle pass for sure. They are hard though. Let me be very clear. They're expensive and they're hard. And so, I know. Trust me. I hear you. I hear you, Twitch chat.
I'm writing.
We'll just kind of grab some questions here.
Yeah, it's going so fast.
Cross progression on grab one. Fourth mage ability, I would love to do a dueling ability for the mage specifically. Whether it's polymorph, I don't know if anybody's watched Castlevania. Cypher, she is a mage and has an absolute amazing repertoire of mage abilities. I agree. The mage definitely needs a little bit of love.
Seen a lot of comments about duos and trios. Do you want to take any of that thoughts about where we're at player count and match design and LTMs?
Yeah. So first and foremost, I understand. So much I've seen Reddit and people be like, Thor is an idiot. How dare he remove squads and duos? Like, what kind of designer is this, dude? First of all, I hear you. I understand your frustration. I can tell you the reasons why we did it. And a good compromise leaves everybody angry. I understand that people are frustrated losing duos and squads. The reason why we went with trios, it was the compromise here. Again, a good compromise leaves everybody angry. We had to make the cognitive decision to say, okay, what is going to get us to the point where we have at least X amount of bots and X amount of players in the match as possible. And especially with a community like ours, it's tight-knit, it's passionate, it's amazing, it's been around for the longest time, but it's not the biggest, right? And we understand that. And so by going solos and trios, it is the compromise here between duos and squads. For the weekends, we do have LTMs coming with this patch too. The LTMs will be featuring duo as well, working with a little bit of the community, some of the professional players in the community as well to come up with some ideas for a competitive queue mode. Again, that's to be determined, but I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration, but we aligned on the fact that we want to get as many real players into a game with the least amount of bots as possible. That makes sense for our player base, right? So when you have the different queue buckets, when you have the different sizes of populations, having more queues will makes the overall experience worse, right? And like I said, I get it. I understand that you're frustrated. However, if the community kind of starts building up again and we have the amount of players needed in order to facilitate the solos, duos, squads, we'll look down that road. But as of right now, solos and trios are going to be really what it's at. But again, over the weekend, so you're going to have some LTMs featuring duos, featuring the squads, letting you come back here. So like I said, good compromise leaves everybody angry. It wasn't something not done. We looked at the other games, what they've done. We even looked at our game. Who was here at the beginning of Realm Royale team when we took away solos, and that wasn't good. And I was there. I feel like Elrond. It's like I was there 10,000 years ago with the strength of Manfeld. We can't get rid of solos, right? So that makes us look at the other queue types and say, what can we do in order to facilitate the best experience? So my answer to you: go make some friends, Twitch chat. Go stick out your hand and be like, hey, we need another one for trios. Let's rock it. Let's get it. Having said that, we can always be better though, Matt, right? We need to get better at the ping system. We need to get better at finding a partner, finding a friend, being able to say, hey. And so there's a lot of work to do on our side as well. But I hear you when it comes to solos and trios. It wasn't a decision made off the cuff. It was things that were done with, number one, understanding population sizes, understanding queue sizes, understanding the amount of players versus bots ratio. Not ideal, but I appreciate everybody being patient with that for sure.
I've seen a lot going by about that as you're chatting. I'm trying to pick out the question. One person did actually mention, as I caught, is there ever any thought to a day-night cycle within the map? Because I'm also saying map update, map update, map update. I'm seeing that a lot too. And we definitely have so many things we'd like to do at updating the map. But a day-night cycle is a very interesting one for sure. You want to mention anything about that, Thor?
That'd be awesome. I would love to.
Let's think about it.
No, I would love that. How would that work specifically for projectiles in the game, right? And if it's dark, other battle royals have had a night cycle specifically.
Imagine the flare of my head. In the night,
but being able to see the projectile sizes is also really important as well. So having that communication to the player, our game is very vibrant. It speaks very clearly to the player. So, but I like the spookiness. I very much do. I very, very, very much do. Sorry. By the way, I do want to say a quick little shout out to a friend of mine who recently lost somebody very dear to her. Keep your head up, and the community loves you. So I want to say that real fast. Any plans for anti-cheat? Specifically, I do have to shout out our player experience team. When it comes to anti-cheat, I understand players can be frustrated, right? You see a cheater, you see a stream sniper, you see a hacker, and it feels like you're sending your information into the void. I personally have, again, I'm not on the player experience team, so I'm not the one handling the moderation. Having said that, though, I do see the work and I see lists and I see all that kind of stuff. And shout out to our player experience team. And it's always an uphill battle. Anti-cheat, something that we don't own easy anti-cheat. Other game companies do use anti-cheat. It's not just us. A big shout out to our player experience team doing the best with what they have. Having said that, nobody likes cheaters and nobody likes hackers. I hate it for you. I really, really do. But please keep filling out those reports. The community has stepped up in a big way. I've gotten those reports over to our player experience team. Our player experience team has been acting on it. There's no really good answer for this. It's a shame that so many people are. I got to be careful. I'm on a high res. I'm on a high res stream. It's unfortunate that people are the way they are when it comes to hacking, right? No game is immune to this kind of like behavior. Specifically ours, of course, we're Unreal 3. It's been out for a while. I hate it for you.
Yeah,
I hate it for you because people just want to sit down and play a competitive, even game, and unfortunately, some people have the exact opposite idea. So there's my cat jumping in. But Easy Anti-Cheat is always updating. We have the community's kind of stepped up and said, hey, Thor, what about these cheats? Have you made Anti-Cheat aware of these? We've passed that on. It's up to Anti-Cheat now to kind of implement those. Hopefully they do that in a rigorous update cycle. But always improving and always getting better for sure.
I will note I'm seeing a lot of dragon stuff, to be completely open and honest. You cannot hurt the baby dragon. Just gonna say that. You cannot shoot or attack or do anything with them. It's still just part of the world and the environment that we're starting to build and grow. It is a slower process to sort of build all these extra elements in to sort of really make Realm feel more and more alive. So, but it's definitely something that we love doing, is adding more life to the area in the map. So
you cannot hurt the baby dragon.
Yeah, and speaking of that, some people have been like, hey, Thor, what does the dragon do, right? And so much about video game design is about compromise in the sense of like, we want to make sure the game runs smoothly. I know some people are shouting out, hey, Thor, 60 FPS on, PS5, and making sure that the game runs smoothly. Anytime that you add something to the game, whether it's a bot, whether it's like something on just like the dragon and the mini dragon, sorry, we have to be cognizant of the fact that everything comes with a cost, right? So we do have some really good ideas, but what we don't want to do is make the dragon like breathe fire everywhere and then crash our game, right? So we did take a first step here and say, okay, loot despawns after 5 minutes. How much bandwidth are we getting specifically with this engine and the game? Is it running better? I know our Nintendo Switch friends have been like, hey, Thor, the game is like crashing a lot. I'm like, yes, that sucks. So we hear you. Hopefully in this, we have some really good plans with the dragon. Hopefully we can make those possibility.
Okay. Ja, PS5, dass ihr irgendwie die 60 Hertz, ja.
I would love to support widescreen. Personally, I use an ultra-wide monitor.
Ultra-wide. What? Ultra-wide. What did you say?
Can you have the ability to shard items even when full shard? So Slayer says, hey, Thor, what do you think about the idea of sharding things even after you have full shards? So this is an interesting, both a game design wise and also specifically to the game running a little bit smoother. So what I mean by that is that sometimes meshes will cost different things. Sometimes a item in the world versus another item in the world, there'll be a cost associated with that. That'll make the game actually run smoother or run worse, depending on how many of those are actually in the game at a time. I'll ask the overall community, what do you think about being able to, even at max shards, going up to an item and sharding it, right? Denying that immediate power to a player that might come up from behind and say, oh, cool, that person left a sniper rifle because, you left on the ground. That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question that I would lean on the community to say, hey, Thor, we really like that idea. Or, if I put it to Reddit, I could just see it now. 50% said yes, 50% no. And then no matter what I do, I lose. You know what I mean? But if there was performance gains to be made there, the shards actually cost less on performance-wise. So maybe that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe we get a little bit more headroom specifically implementing that.
That's a good idea.
People saying would love it. Dragon says I would love it. Don't hide the battle pass, Thor. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shard it all.
All right. Take a couple of the questions. Matt, get it at it, bud.
I'm definitely trying to read through this comment versus question here. So if anybody has a question they really want and they need to retype in really quickly.
You don't get shards because you're full, but you destroy the thing. But I think the shards should stay there for the next person. But
so
not
somebody
weapon,
said, hey, Thor, Pizza said, Thor, Matt, are you going to change the background for the lobby screen? Matt, are you going to change the background of the lobby screen, bud?
You mean post this patch? Or
I think you did some changes for this lobby screen for sure.
Yeah, there's a couple things in this main lobby screen. What we have here is there's a little bit of rotation of right now. You'd see all the light fighter skins should be just go in there in like their natural poses for each of the classes.
I'm gonna buy
so instead of just showing you the old warrior before from the black and gold OG skin that we had there, and a couple of chickens, maybe different chickens to show up, maybe not. Couple of, like I said, a couple of pumpkins because you know what, it's fall and everybody loves a pumpkin. Everybody loves a pumpkin. But yeah, so that's the updates we try to do for the at least the look. Just give a little more of a fall feel. Small changes, like we changed a little bit of the crispness of the lighting, just kind of see if you could feel the difference. it's a subtle change. You probably won't notice, but like,
you know, a bunch of 10% changes add up to 100% change, right? So, and I think that's something that we're striving to do, even with these patches, chat, that are, quite frankly, are a little bit smaller in scope as we prepare for another big patch coming down the line. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that one. But it's taking our small team and saying, what can we do? What can we achieve in that amount of time? And something as simple as, quite frankly, changing the color of the leaves. And Matt, not to say, you know, that's a simple thing on your side, but it just means so much more in the grand scheme of things. I think
a lot of what we're trying to do, especially in this cycle type, sorry there, Thor, is like when we're in more of like the maintenance or the polishy kind of like area where we're trying to just fix some of the things that we've learned about from the patch prior, is like when we're in there along the way, we've got these lists of other great things we want to just give you, new features, new whatever, and like, oh, while I'm in there fixing and tweaking this, can I grab this work and get it done and jam it in, you know, at the same time. So we're really trying to make good on every minute we put into this game is really what it is, and seeing if we can pull features ahead and in quicker because it just seemed like it could be more efficient actually to do it now. So the production team and everything has been working really cleverly to try and find all the different ways we can reorganize our schedules and try and really get as much in on with our small team and our small amount of time per patch. So I'm happy that we were able to sneak in like a new weapon when it's like, hey, let's just make sure we fix most of the bugs as many as we can. It's like, but we got this and that and too. But also, like you said, we're a team that always wants to deliver more. We're probably our biggest critics of like, what else can we give? We want to give more and more and more because we want to just keep pumping more into this game.
Indeed. I've seen a couple other questions here as well. First of all, while we can't talk about the dynamics and how you will earn specifically the skins and the mount, guys, there is more mounts coming. There is more skins coming. I can confirm that. You know, our team, especially you know, some of our art focused members are absolutely amazing. I don't want to tease it too much, but I can say some of the best skins I've ever seen in Realm Royale are coming down the pipeline. They're not going to be in this patch, but I will 100%. Just wait and see. There are some really good skins coming. My favorite skin is actually on the wings right now, so I'm very excited. So yes, there are more mounts, there are more skins, and we've had to be very careful of how much we put in where. But I think there's a big section of the community that wants to support the game and say, hey, you guys, we want to support you, right? And part of that is the transaction between really cool skins and supporting it. So we hear you for sure. As far as I've seen some comments about PS4 and PlayStation cross progression between PC, that's not on us, everyone. That is something that is kind of more of a Sony thing. I would love cross progression between obviously one and the other. We're always like doing inquiries about that, but we hear you. We definitely hear you.
There's no cross progression.
As far as new classes, wait and see. Wait and see.
Wait and see. Muss Wäsche machen, schreib mal bitte alles für mich auf.
I saw one of the people talking about achievements. We do kind of want to. So there is one achievement called the Engineer, and the fact that the Engineer isn't in the game right now makes it a little bit hard to achieve that achievement. So hopefully we'll get some new achievements in there. And Matt, you're all about achievements. You're all about that's kind of like your forte, so to speak, right? So for sure, I don't want to speak for you.
No, you sort of did. But no, it's definitely an area that I think is really fun because it's like something I like collecting things. I think we all do, a little bit of us in the video game. You know, even you get the best score, get the whatever, and it's something you want to show off to your friends. It's something fun to talk about. So,
for sure. I hear a little thing about controller settings. I will be the first one to admit that our controller settings have not kept pace with the video game industry as a whole. You look at other games, you see dead zones, you see linear versus exponential curves and all that. I hear you.
Dass es nicht an Hi-Res liegt, dass es kein Cross-Progression gibt, sondern an Sony. Und das ist immer wieder da auf gucken, das ist alles.
I can achieve some of the results that players are looking for, but I do hear you, for sure. Pinging system, I hear you on that one as well.
Yeah, Sony, super. Echt.
I personally would love to do an Unreal Epic upgrade. Nah, I don't think it's in the cards though right now, for sure.
That would be awesome. Unreal 5 engine for
Please add a zombie LTM. Nice. Matt, does that sound good to you? An LTM for the zombies? That would be fun. That would be a good time.
Non-stop. They just keep coming in.
Yeah.
It should just be a zombie storm circle instead or whatever, you know, from like, they are the line. I don't know. What's that horrible idea? We haven't talked about that. It's not happening.
Bist du noch da? Kann ich erklären?
I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for a small patch like this, we managed to sink an hour and 10 minutes into an update show. Quite frankly, I want to say a big thank you both to the production team for putting this on. Matt, a big thank you for you for coming on and being my co-host, but most importantly to you, the community.
Crossplay is.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Twitch chat. I love you. It's, you know what I mean? We have a
Crossplay ist, dass man zusammenspielen kann. Und Cross-Progression ist, dass du über mehreren Systemen deinen Skins behältst. Wenn du jetzt PC, PlayStation wechselst, dass es dann übergreifend synchronisiert wird.
Single day that I get to be a part of this corner of the internet. And so I love it. I truly, truly love it. And whatever the future holds, I know we are going to make some great memories with this game. So thank you, everybody. Like I said, we have a long way to go. We're a small team. This is our second step in a much larger percussion. I've said that once, I'll say it again. But keep being awesome, everybody. We'll be back with another update. I think I'll be on the Twitch channel. There is a 2 tournaments coming up, both Adam Mays and, oh my gosh, Christine. They're coming up with their community tournaments. And of course, keep your eyes out for Idiot Mouse's solo competitive games that he's been rocking, everyone. So be awesome, be amazing. Matt, talk to me, buddy. Is there anything you want to say to this?
Real quick, Thor, yeah, like when is this live? When can they play it? When is all that stuff? Say all that again, all the official information.
October 11th, dude, it's coming down the pipeline, baby.
That
October 11th.
So soon.
Yeah, new skins, new updates, new weapons, new things to get your hands on, and new Leafs, everybody. Go play in the Leafs. Go play in the Leafs, everyone. All right? Go play Leafs and take Twitch, everybody. So join up for the solo league, like Jeff Day says.
Ja, Adam Mays hat sein Tournament, sein Turnier
producer,
angekündigt,
promoted. Do you want to say anything? Oh, there it is! Give it up for Billy Fire, everybody!
Yes.
Yeah, behind us, Fire, everybody. We're out of here. Set us out. We love you. Twitch chat. We'll be back next time on Realm Royale, baby. I'll see you soon.
Take care.
Okay, das war's. Wow, da waren ja viele Infos, hä? Viele Infos. Oh mein Gott. Mehr als ich dachte. Georgia. Pretty good show. Yeah, a lot of info. Geilo. Bald das ein Jahr. Was für ein Jahr? Was meinst du mit ein Jahr? Will be back. Ja. Okay. Das war's. Viele Infos.
Perfect.
What do you want to talk about? Oh my god. Hey, I got a pumpkin! Woohoo! Easter egg. Oh, it's already full. What the fuck? Okay. Spider-Walk folgt 10 Monate. Ach so, die Follow. Okay, ja, ein Jahr, okay, ja, 10 Monate. Das sind noch 2 Monate hin. Aber ja. E-Level, what's that? Jerry, 11.10. neues Video. Ja, müsste man wirklich mal drüber nachdenken. Pretty good show, absolutely. I'm still thinking this through. Yeah, a lot of things. New weapon. Yeah, Javelin. I feel it's going to be hard to hit with it. I don't know, the way it's like with the crossbow. Just mit dem Speer zu werfen. Wir werden sehen. I have to start a Realm Royale channel. Dankeschön. Fireman. Blair on Britain. Sorry, can't read that. Blairon, I said Blairon. Fire, yeah, the patch show was fire. A lot of new stuff, incredible. More than I thought. Because this is not a content patch, but there is lots of more content. Wie lange hast du vor, heute zu machen? Ja, es ist jetzt nach 7. Ich habe schon ein bisschen Hunger. Ich hab gedacht, ich mache die Show. Ich dachte, sie geht vielleicht nur eine halbe Stunde oder so. Und dann mache ich aus, dann esse ich was, dann komme ich wieder live. Ich werde jetzt nicht live bleiben, weil ich will noch was essen und ich esse nicht im Stream oder so. Das ist mir so. Kann ja auch dazu nichts reden oder erzählen oder weiß ich nicht. Pause-Szene, ja, be right back. Einfach laufen lassen. I don't unfortunately have a lot of time today. I need to do some schoolwork before tomorrow. Robotics stuff needs doing. Okay. That's a bummer, but what has to be done has to be done. Ja, genau so. Was einfach hier so soll ich das laufen lassen, so. Bis ich wieder da bin, bis ich gegessen habe. Wer so 21 Uhr am Start könnte zusammen zocken. Muss aber noch Sachen in. No, I was just showing the scene they're talking about. I should leave the stream running while I'm eating. And I just wanted to make sure. I'm not switching off right now. 9 Uhr, ja, okay. Ich meine, jetzt ist viel nach 7, wenn ich jetzt gleich was koche. Sollte 9 Uhr eigentlich auch mal klappen, sogar bei mir. Don't leave it running. Why are you not the same meaning as the others? Turn it off and upload it straight to YouTube. Like what? The show? Didn't think about that. Reaction to the show. Oh my god. Melanie, hi. Yeah, okay, why not? I just upload it and see what happens. Unedited, on everything. I make one of those stupid thumbnails, like I'm like, so many new changes. Okay, maybe I'll do it. Bist früh live? Ja, ich war früh live. Ich bin um 6 Uhr habe ich angefangen, weil es war jetzt gerade die Patch-Update-Show für den neuen Patch nächsten Dienstag. Und jetzt ist es vorbei. Und jetzt werde ich wieder offline gehen, glaube ich. Was ich jetzt gerade... Do that and it's no joke. I hate those thumbnails. Jerry, ich brauche ja jemanden, der so ein bescheuertes Thumbnail macht. Ja, komm, schick einen 10er rüber. Ich cutte schnell. Ja, was willst du denn da cutten? Das ist alles, muss man alles gehört haben. Also steht 1 Uhr, ich lasse meinen Stream heute aus. Oh. Ja, okay. Steht 9 Uhr. Es ist jetzt 7:15, wenn ich das gleich mache. Ich esse nicht, ja, ich weiß schon, was ich esse. Ich cutte für 8 Euro. Du bist ein Cutter? Ah ja, klar, du machst deine Sachen auch. Sorry. Hab nur Fortnite-Thumbnails, Dinge, ja, das geht gar nicht. Okay, Slip, thanks for being here, talking about it, and yeah, it was really interesting, and can't wait until Tuesday. Nächsten Dienstag bin ich gehypt. Okay. Ich glaube, ich mache hier auch Schluss. Kümmere mich um das Abendessen und komme dann wieder live, so schnell es geht. Aber können wir mal kurz über die Farben von der Cam reden? Warum? Ja, was willst du darüber reden? Ist so wie immer. Tell me. Dann mache ich es umsonst. Ach so. Ja, das ist ein Preis. Umsonst ist gut. Die sehen so krass aus. Okay, positiv, negativ. Also hier ist die Lavalampe rot, ne, orange. Hier ist Alien. Lila. Oh, hier, Moment, das ist noch gar nicht an hier. Achtung. Das hat gefehlt. Oder machen wir mal hier so. Jetzt ist die Farbe krass. Okay, besser? Hab ich ganz vergessen anzumachen. Anyway, ich glaube, ich mache jetzt den Stream aus. Und will auch eine Alpha. Ich freue mich, dass es gut aussieht. Willst du es mal richtig gut sehen? Richtig, richtig gut. So. Ich glaube, das habe ich noch nie an. Oder nur ganz selten, mal ganz kurz. Ja, hier habe ich die Lichterkette noch nicht angemacht. Hier. Und dieses Licht ist sonst aus da hinten. Oh, den Stuhl. Egal. Ja, Overwatch. Ich hab's einmal gestartet gestern und es lief nicht. Also doch, aber 40.000 Leute vor mir wollten dasselbe machen. Anyway, ich mache jetzt Schluss, ich mache jetzt aus, sonst verhänge ich die Zeit wieder. Bis später. Danke, dass ihr alle hier wart. Thank you for being here. Bis gleich. 21 Uhr geht's weiter. Bisschen früher oder so. Mal sehen. Tschüssi, danke, danke. So, jetzt mal wegladen.
Gestern wurde mich da zweimal, aber halt war heftig.